Yo, Black Tom Explosion.
Boom.
We back.
Whose old school beat was that?
Yeah, that was definitely 1990 on the dot.
Well, that was Mr. Metal Fingers himself, MF Doom.
Oh,
Well, you know, he is from, K&A era.
Peach Fuzz,
You know?
Always have the war with BIKO over MF Doom. I think he's whack.
Oh man.
No, he's an acquired taste, like certain
eclectic.
beers and
Like roaches.
bird watching.
Like roaches in different countries.
So, we got a special guest. You know, probably one of the dopest artists I've ever got a chance to meet.
Ever in life.
No,
Craig.
and just see.
In the world.
You know,
Craig.
in the world, Craig. You know, just a dope individual and a low life brethren.
Well, thank you, Biko. I appreciate that.
Sitting next to Rock,
Oh,
the homie,
PJC brother.
Mr. Sue Works.
Sue work. Shot.
Y'all
We
have
don't
to
have no
continue
sound
to
effects.
Thanks for having me, guys. You know what I'm saying? It's about time.
I had no say in the matter.
clap. It's been a hectic. What is it? Well, how long been on the show? Like a year?
What?
You got a lot of seasons worth of
You know,
worth of
you
things.
see all those trophies back there?
Yeah,
We didn't
some
get any of those.
Yeah, I'm about to say. Yeah,
That's how long we've been here. You come here when that was empty.
It was the first trophy, and
Well,
it didn't say our name.
By committee, we've gotten trophies. Now we have Mr. Sue Works on the show.
Yes.
And tell the fans at home a little about yourself and the many things you do.
First of all, I'm a old school OG graph head, so
He picks things up and puts them down.
yeah. Put the can up, puts it down, put it down on the wall. Well, yeah, I'm an old school writer that just kept on the movement for 3 decades now, and just
Dope.
inspiring people around the world, and just keep doing my art, and that's what I'll be doing until I die.
That's 30 years for you freshmen.
Yeah.
3 decades, nigga, in the game, son.
Sheesh.
Can't tell me nothing.
Sheesh.
That's work.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
Hey,
That's part of your name.
30
Yeah.
years in the game,
So
that
the
makes
mother.
you professional, sir.
Yeah, well, I went professionally in 2009. That's when I really went out there and started getting sponsored and going on tours and everything. So
So you can actually legally teach this. You could be a
Yes.
professor of graffiti.
I'm in the works of that with the public school system in Newark. So,
Dope.
so
Well, we're gonna touch
soon-
on that in a
Yeah.
second. First, I mean, I guess to touch on education, to start with education, let's hear about your education. So when it comes to art,
Yes.
where did you start?
Any formal education.
I started in I guess grammar school. You know what I'm saying? I knew I could draw, so immediately the teacher started grabbing me and started putting me to different art classes and stuff like that. And it just
That's
came
dope.
natural to me, you know. So
Yeah.
from there, I just knew that I could probably make a living out of this. But it wasn't until I hit the streets and started doing, you know, more illegal stuff and into graffiti and all that stuff. And then later on, I started doing shows and I sold paintings that moved me. And I was like, damn, I could make a living. And that's when I really started pursuing a career in art and graffiti, urban art, you know.
So
Dope.
do you think like that dual, I guess like combining of you learning art in school and then taking that to the street, do you think that gave you, because anyone that's seen any Sue Works art knows that you have like abstract art, like you make
Yeah,
things
yeah.
that pop
Master.
out. Do you think that kind of added to that element?
Yeah, of course. I'm learning every day. Every day I learn something new. So it's like, you know, I implement that into my work, and that's what I like. That's why I try to stay consistent to my name, which is Sue. It's an acronym for Styles Under Evolution. So I gotta start evolving. Every time I come on the wall, I gotta evolve. I gotta do something new. So I always stuck to my guns, and before I was not really, you know, accepted in the graph game. So when I started doing 3D letters and different types of lettering, and they were like kind of not receptive to that because they were not traditional graffiti.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I kept to myself, kept doing it, and then for the past first decade, then everybody started taking notice, you know what I'm saying? So then after that, I just started didn't even care about what anybody said, I just kept doing my thing, and I started doing graphic design, and then I started putting that aspect into my work too, and it just evolved to something new. You know?
So, take us back to young Sue. Where were you out running around? Like,
Oh man, I
And
was
with
in
which cruise?
Washington Heights, man, 169th Street. That's where I grew up, man. I went to
Wow.
PS 115, IS 143, and that's where I met a couple other friends that were older cats that were already writing graffiti, and and watching the trains go by when I'm going to school. That gives me more an influence. It's like, I want to do that.
Yeah,
so that's how it all started, man. And I just started. Initially, I started writing and hooking up with people, but I didn't hit the streets until 1985. That's when I really started like bombing and being more attentive with what I was trying to put out there, like my name, like actually a name that meant something. You know what I'm saying? So that's when I first started my bombing career, and then I went through a 16-year run bombing. Then after that, I started piecing, and then just developed my style from there.
Yeah.
16-year run.
Did you start out as Sue?
Serious?
Nah, I had Mr. Peace, I had Soar,
Okay.
but it was just until like I was hanging out with a friend in Brooklyn, and his cousin comes in, Brooklyn in the house, and his friend came in, and we were doing sketches on black books, and some guy came in and was like, wow man, that's like Styles on the Evolution, man. And that always stuck with me. I was like, damn, Styles, how can I write that so freaking long? So then I shortened it to SUE, it's an acronym, so that's why I got it. 3 simple letters,
Okay.
fast, I could tag that fast, and a couple of letters that I already had, the S I already had from Source, so I just started to put the U and the E, and then I just started doing it from there.
Yeah.
That's how I came with my name.
So what made you sit there and say, I'm going to become a professional, and then I'm going to start doing, more legal things with my skills?
Well, I was getting old, and getting arrested wasn't cool, That's what really pushed me up to it, If you're a real writer, man, you gotta go through those, trials and tribulations, man. You gotta get arrested, you gotta do, pay your dues in the street, and it comes with it, So as long as if you're really, really into it and you want to pursue it, just keep on. And thank God that I found a way out where I still could do what I love and still, be relevant to the game, you know what I'm saying? So, I thank God for that,
Yeah.
Word. For the kids listening, you don't gotta get arrested, but
Nah.
you will get arrested.
Nowadays it's so hard, man. It's like, you got everybody with cell
cameras
phones, you
everywhere.
got cameras everywhere, so it's like, I give it up to the new cats, man. They're still out there, pushing out their names and stuff like that, man, keeping graph alive,
They gotta
He
be
gives
like
it up for
ninjas.
your will, not for the fact you draw it on walls. Gotta say that we in a Jesuit college. Can't be big up vandalism.
No, like now.
But Jersey City has walls, legal walls.
Yeah,
it's
It's
like
just
I didn't-
different.
And I was gonna say, and the
Seen that
game is
piece under
changing.
the bridge
The
over
game
there.
is changing.
Yeah.
Now graffiti's accepted. Now it's an art form. You know what I'm saying? Before it wasn't, because it was all over the place. It was
So-
not a confined or directed to.
It was linked to
galleries.
vandalism
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
and not recognized as an art form.
But now it's funny because now it's bringing out property value. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Now it's like
yeah.
all these pieces and murals bringing the community.
They see the
together.
beauty in it.
It's art,
They have
you
no
know?
choice but to see the beauty in it after
Exactly.
a while.
So what do y'all overall think about that? Do you think it diminishes the art form? Like the people who are coming in don't have to go through the trials and tribulations, so part of their work might. I don't want to start now.
It's kind of like hip hop.
No, yeah.
Hold on, what do you mean, Biko?
I mean, like now you have people who are just going straight to legal walls. So like a part of your appreciation.
There's no
for what
such
it
thing as
means.
going straight to legal walls. If you know how to use a spray can, you had to start somewhere. You didn't start in your house and then go to a legal wall. There's no way. There's a buffer in between.
Yeah.
You had to get it in at some point. Even if you had a wall in the back of your house, like you had to get it in outside at some point.
You gotta start with the foundation. The foundation is tagging. That's the main thing in graffiti. You have to start with that. Once you start that, you go to the second round, which is doing your elaborate throw-ups and block letters, and then you take it to the more beautified section of it, which is the piecing and so there's three things you gotta master before you start piecing. But now a lot of kids are not even putting a lot of work on the streets and coming out straight out of like art college or art classes and just doing that. So it's, the game changed in a little bit, but it all depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some people gotta
Graffiti
cheat code.
is where you apply it. You know what I'm saying? It's where you apply it. That's the name of the game.
Every now and then somebody got the up, down, left, right, left, right.
Well, let me ask you this: do you consider it graffiti, like kind of like what Biko was just saying? If they got a legal wall and they do a piece up there, they're not necessarily known for fame or anything like that. They got like a mural or a portrait. Do you
Then you're an
consider them
urban
like-
artist. You're an urban
Okay.
artist.
That's
You're
not a graffiti or a graph
A
head.
graph head. It's totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where you gotta break the.
Put the line.
Yeah, put the line in
Understand it.
there. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So don't, like, if you're just doing legal walls, you don't call yourself, oh, I'm a vandal, I'm a graffiti.
Yeah,
You're not.
nah,
Yeah.
You're
nah.
not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The cops will drive past all day watching you do that.
Asking you if you're thirsty.
And cats in the,
What about the water?
Everyone
Cats in the
wanted to do
game.
graffiti. No one wanted to do
cats in the
graffiti.
games, they know who's up or not, who's not up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's
that's
not,
very
you
true.
know, just like MCs, you know who has paid their dues and who has not. You know, it's the same thing. You know?
I mean,
So
I think Young Thug paid his dues.
yeah,
Paid his
So-
dudes.
Biko, hurry up, take it. Keep going.
I know. I gotta. Sorry, Young Thug.